Hi, Jennifer from Porcelynne here. This is going to be the fourth and final video for the fabrics. I've already shown the laces, I've shown my stretch fabrics, and I've shown my basic cut fabrics. These ones are a little bit more specialty. So these ones are more stabilized satins and some other fun things. So why don't we take the camera down? Okay, Emily, move. So in this pile, we have, this is actually a spandex, black spandex, but it is actually stabilized with the non-stretch cup lining. So it's a little bit thicker. This is, I believe, similar to the one-way stretch of the ones, actually no, this one's probably the two-way stretch because it's thinner. So it's a good weight for a cup with the stabilized back. And I don't have a lot of this one, so there's, actually I can't remember for sure. I might have been about 50 yards of it. So that's that stabilized spandex. And this one, so a lot of these are actually just stabilized with the different cup linings or, you know, the other items. This is, and it took me a little while to remember what this stuff is called. This is called bengaline. And it has ridges. Let's see, can you see the ridges on there, honey? Yeah. Okay, so this has these ridges that go across. This fabric was really, really popular in the 90s because I remember I actually, I think one of my prom dresses was actually this color in the early 90s. But this stuff is pretty cool. It's got the, this is actually the the non-stretch cup lining on the back. Yeah, stop making noise, honey. She's crinkling, making her Valentine's. This was also, so I believe the process that the place did that did the stabilizing is they actually sprayed the fabric first. So this is a little tacky up here, and then where you've got the cup lining, it's not tacky. So that's how they use it, I think, to fuse them together, which is kind of cool. So this is a light pink. It matches all the other light pinks. I think you can kind of tell it's light pink. This one is Ivory, so this is an Ivory bengaline. Same thing, and it has, I think, the mink on the back, the non-stretch cup lining. So this can be really nice for a cup. And actually, because of the lines that you have on here, it can make some really nice textures. And you can play around with how the cup is cut to utilize those lines. And since this is completely stabilized, it actually should work pretty well for kind of any orientation that you have on it. So those are the only two fabrics I have in the bengaline, but they're both stabilized. Then we have this white, I believe it's a brocade, but it might be more of a jacquard. I'm sure someone can correct me, but it's like a satin with kind of like the relief of the flowers on here. So the flowers are a little more matte. In this fabric, the reverse of it would have been, this would have been satin and this would have been the non. But this one is stabilized, and this is actually stabilized with a fusible tricot lining. So this one is also, you know, has that firmness to it. I don't believe there was a lot of some of these stabilized ones, so these ones are a little bit more limited. But you can see that you could easily use this for a bra. It will be textured, so you will see it through your clothing, but who says you have to wear a bra for people? This one here is a satin. It's more of a crepe de chine. They called it a satin. And then this is actually fused with the non-stretch cup lining. So it's a little bit thicker. I actually have a lot of this fabric, which I'll get to, that is not fused. So you can always pair this, like if you can use this as a bra, or you can use this as a top of something that you want to stabilize, and then you can have more of the crepe de chine satin for a skirt. So that one, you can see it's nice and shiny, getting all the gleam. And then we have just general stabilized satin. And this is all stabilized satin with the different tricots. This looks like it's the that tricot lining that's fusible. I can see the glue on the back. So, you know, and like I said, I'm pulling it here so you can see that I would not wash this before using it. So we have this in silver with the black backing. I have this in the violet with the black. You can see also here, this is where this is a little tacky. where it's not coated. So you'd be just a little careful with that. And so just nice cool things that are neat and new. This one is mint. This is that mint satin color. And this mint does match all the other mints. Let's see if I can grab another mint from something. Here, cup lining. So you have your mint cup lining. So you kind of have a little bit of fun with that. So these are kind of the last of the stabilized stuff. Now I have some other fabrics that were included in that mix that I wasn't exactly sure what they would all be used for, but I've since discovered. So we have this diamond mesh, which is actually really good to make crinolines. You can see it's actually really nice and crispy. This stuff is going to be a little bit harder to kind of ship. I would probably try and keep it in a roll or put it in a bigger box so it doesn't get too crinkled. But you can see it's pretty firm. This is that diamond mesh, and I have like 400 yards of it. So there's the diamond mesh. This is, so I have some really soft tricot as well. So this stuff, and I have 4 colors. I have 4 colors here. So you can kind of see the other ones a little bit. So I have the light pink, I have the rose pink, I have the red. Let me take all my post-its off. And then I have my black. And these ones are great that you can use for, you know, a slip or a nightgown. They are very soft. These are nylon. So they're, you know, they're pretty nice. They're too light for a cup. You can certainly stabilize it a little bit. You see, it's just probably a little bit too much stretch for the cup, but yeah, you can always line it, you know, put this behind the fabric or behind a lace and make it a little bit more stable. So we have those soft tricots. Now we have the black and the white of this other satin crepe de chine. Like I said, I like to call it crepe de chine because you can see it's really soft and it's really movable. So this side you have, you kind of have like the reverse on, no, not really. This side's a little bit shinier. So we have black and white. You can use this, of course, for a gown. It doesn't even have to be for lingerie. You can use this for anything. And then I have the one that was stabilized in the black. So soft, you can do this for a nightgown. And then we have these really cool fabrics that also match the color. So these ones are pleated satins. So this one comes, you can see, ooh, nice and big pleats. This one is actually stored in 2 layers of paper. So the paper was laid down on the fabric and then it went through a process that creased it, and the paper stayed adhered to it, and then they actually put another piece of paper on top of it to help keep it from stretching out. So we have the golden yellow, which is pretty cool. I think we've got that stabilized stuff. So I can easily see a nightgown or something being made with this, and it could be pretty, do something fun with it. We have the orchid, the pleated orchid. Huh? Did you say something?
Corset.
A corset?
Yeah,
yeah, I guess you could actually, if you were to put fusing on the backside to stabilize the pleats, you could certainly use that as a pretty corset, and technically you could do that with a cup too. So if you put fusing on the back to kind of keep those pleats in shape, you have a lot of things you can do with it, especially since you have all the other fabrics that match. And this is the violet purple. So you can see this in this picture, I think this one looks a little bit more blue than some of the other ones, but this is that violet purple color. So I know I kind of rushed through this one. Back up here. So I kind of rushed through this one. There wasn't a lot of extra fabrics, but I felt that this kind of needed its own little video. So these are ones you can use for other lingerie items. You can use them for gowns. You can use them for just playful little pieces that you would like to have in your wardrobe. I guess you could even do this like a robe. Could be a fun little robe, or you never know.
It could be a dress.
Use your imagination and, you know, let your...
It could be a skirt or a dress.
Yeah, it could be a skirt or a dress. That is true.
It could be anything that's hanging.
My little commentator over here.
Yeah.
But anyways, that is the rest of my fabrics. I think that's everything I have listed on the website at this point. If I do get more fabrics, I'll do another little video. I will do another video of the laces and the other fun stuff, but I have to sort through it. Right now it's all sorted by color because I spent the last 2 days working on renaming all of the colors. So the names of the colors of the laces will match the names of the colors of the fabrics in the elastics and all that stuff. So if you do find something that's, if you find something that's beige in a lace, it'll match the beige in the fabric. Or you find something that's I think I have a light tan in a hook and eye that's also the same color as the light tan in a, I can't even think, in a lace. And so I've tried to go through and make sure that all the colors are pretty consistent. So you know when you're getting something that is named something, it should all match. This was kind of messed up when I had the girls that were helping me out, because I had 4 different people helping me, and they all had a different interpretation of what beige was, of tan, of all the different colors. So the colors names were all over the place, but that has now been fixed. So I do apologize if you already picked something up that had a name that didn't correspond with what color it actually was. It is now all corrected. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.